All right, more of our Big 12 Media Day coverage, sponsored by Valliance Bank and State Farm agent Chuck Davis. We've got Caleb Rogers.
How we doing, everybody?
Here, offensive tackle, Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Yes, sir.
Talk about this season, man. How excited are you?
So, first things first, I've been an offensive tackle for the first 4 years I've been here, but now transitioning, I'm going to move into guard.
Okay.
Play some guard and play some center this year because that's, the expectation for me once we get to the NFL. So, transition year, but along with that, it allowed us to bring in a lot of good guys. We have a great group with a lot of competitive depth. So, I think this is, one of the best offensive line rooms I've been a part of since I've been here.
How is that transition going from an offensive tackle to a center? I mean, that's such a different position.
It's funny because it gives you a different perspective of the game. As an offensive lineman, you line up in the same spot every play. So once you go into center, you're in a different spot. You're seeing the line different. You're seeing the defense differently. So it was a really fun transition. Something that was awesome about the spring, like I said, having that depth, because I got to move around a lot. I felt like kind of like a chess piece. If they needed, someone was hurt, I could play a little bit of tackle, slide in the right, slide over to the left. Wherever they needed me, it was fun to be able to be that versatile guy for them. That same thing I want to do when I get to the league.
So Texas Tech, in my opinion, high-powered offense, moving the ball quick, plays over, right back to the line of scrimmage, repeat. Is that difficult for some of the bigger guys?
It can be difficult, but I mean, that's a true testament to the difference between us and them.
Yeah.
We're in a different shape as an offensive line. And so being a guy that's at a school that is asked that of them, the ability to show up and do it play after play after play, and then at the same time, when it's 4 minutes left in the game, we're up by 8 points, let's go run down the clock. We can hunker down at the same time and hand it off to Taj 8 times in a row, get us out of there. And so, it's really cool to be able to be versatile and attack the teams with, not just our scheme, but our tempo. So it gives us a lot of options.
Now, 4 new teams into the Big 12. You had some last year, have 4 more this year. Schedules changed up a little bit. Is mindset the same, or
100%? 100%. People are saying, like 4 new teams. We're a deep conference. We're a competitive conference. We already were that. This is just bringing more to the table, more expansion when it comes to just the Big 12. We're going to get to go places we haven't been. I'm going to Arizona this year. I think that's the only new spot we're going. But I mean, like, this is a conference that it holds a lot of value when it comes to college football. And so we're going to continue to show that, week in, week out. This is a tough conference to play in.
Now, we're based out of Oklahoma City, so we do a lot of coverage of Oklahoma State football. You didn't play them last year, but you're playing them this year. What's the thoughts on that game?
I mean, honestly, I think, just to be honest, when we go into it, everyone knows it's going to be Ollie Gordon versus Taj Brooks. The 2 best running backs, if I want to call them that, in the country. I think Taj is a premier running back in the country. Everyone says that about Ollie, so I think that'll be cool. It'll be a fun show. But at the same time, I love to play there. I love to play there. Their stadium's built weird, so they're super close.
Yeah.
They can reach out and touch you. They're banging the paddles on the whole time. But that's the type of environment you want to be in. You want to be places you haven't been and different environments. Learn how to attack and learn how to get through them. And so I'm extremely excited to go play there. It's at the end of the year. We always have a great time when we go play there. And so, yeah, I mean, I love seeing that at the end of our schedule.
And it's always seems to be a close game between
100%.
you 2. Now, when you're that close to the fans, and the fans are yelling and you can hear what they're saying, and they may, talk about your mama or something. I mean, how do you deal with those situations and play the game at the same time?
I mean, honestly, you just hear them a little bit better. Every place you go, every place you play, they're saying something. And I mean, honestly, it's also fun to hear that, get up, go succeed, and come sit right back down, and they're not saying too much anymore because we just scored or we're up on your team. So it's fun to silence the crowd. I love away games. I love, you're traveling with the team, you're at a hotel, you're somewhere you might have never been with some guys. Some guys maybe they've never even flown before.
Right.
So you got a lot of different aspects. Then you get to go win. That's some of the best things. That's the best thing you can do. As a college football player, as a group. And flying home is a great experience. Having fun in someone else's locker room is disheartening to them, and it's the best thing to do for us.
Well,
so,
speaking
it's awesome.
of the locker room, I've seen footage of your coach Joey McGuire getting after it. Yeah. He is a fiery competitor, and I just feel like that's infectious to your football team? What's it like playing for him?
I mean, honestly, as captains, you know, we kind of tell our guys, like, you know, embody our head coach. Embody who your head coach is. Like, be the guy that comes and has fun. Be the guy that shows up every day with energy. You know, everybody's not the same, but everybody can take something from what Joey does for this team and add it to their own game. You know, be somebody for a team. Be a great teammate. And so it's the same thing when we come to, you know, an event like this. Like, some people can, you know, put the perspective of, like, this is media day. It's dragging. It's a long day. I got to talk to people all day. But, you know, as Red Raiders, we come in here, we're blessed. Now, one, we're in Vegas this year, which is a great plus. But at the same time, we get to meet people who are interested in what we're trying to do, talk our stuff about all that we want to do this year and who we want to be. And so, like I said, it's easy for us to come in here and embody our head coach. You know, he tells us don't pull anything back. Don't close the curtains. You know, be you. Have fun. Be the guy that, you know, oh, well, let's go interview him. He's giving us a lot of energy. You know, be someone fun. So, I mean, it's easy. It's so easy to play for a guy that, you know, has such a high care factor and, you know, cares about the guys. You know, pushes us to be whoever we want to be.
Last question. How competitive will Texas Tech be in competing for a conference championship this year? How do you feel?
100% every year. And, you know, last year a lot of guys, you know, gave Joey some you know, harsh words because he talked so highly about us, but that's his job. Right. His job is to let you guys know that we're going to win the Big 12, and it's our job to go make it happen. And so for us, you know, we're going to take it one game at a time. You know, we've been asked about rival games, and we all talk about that first game. Let's go win the first game, and let's go win the second one. You know, we've got a really cool schedule in front of us. You know, like starting with Abilene Christian, there's a lot of guys that we know that play there. We've got coaches I played for that are coaching there. Then we're going to Washington. You know, that's the Mike Leach game. Come back home, UNT. More guys that we've played, more coaches that we've played with. So it's, you know, we have such an incredible schedule, and it's awesome to be able to just take it one step at a time, and that's how we're going to win. You know, we're going to be, like Joey said, be us. We're going to win how we want to win. We're not going to, you know, change to someone else's, you know, dynamic because they want us to do this or because they think we're not doing enough of this. We're going to win how we want to win, which is being the brand. So
nobody said it better than you, Caleb Rogers.
I appreciate that.
Good luck to you. Stay healthy.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see you in Stillwater.
Yes, sir. You will. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good day.